Hello, this is King Rex coming back at you with another video. This is the Ohio Euchre quiz. It's a website that no longer is supported, but this is the quiz they used to have that was considered probably the best Euchre quiz you could take. I'm going to do question one today. Um, Question one is the score is 8-9 in your opponent's favor. The dealer just turned down the queen of clubs. You call spades, which is next, and lead the jack of clubs. Second plays the nine of clubs. Third, the nine of spades, and the dealer the ace of spades. What do you lead next? Cards are the jack of spades, which most of us will lead before the jack of clubs, the ace of hearts, the king of diamonds, and the nine of diamonds. According to the quiz, the answer is the jack of spades. Their explanation is there are still three trump out in the wild, and you want a clear trump to make your ace of hearts good. The issue here is if your right-hand opponent has two or more trump, they could still trump your ace. If you play the ace and it gets trumped, you have no winners left in your hands after playing both jacks and the ace. You could draw out your partner's remaining trump with the move of playing both trump cards back to back. Say they have two trump and your right hand opponent had three trump to start. This is probably a good strategy, but is this really the only good strategy in this situation? Well, let's kind of look at the situation a little deeper. First off, what is the likely breakdown of the remaining trump after the first lead, in which the right-hand opponent played the ace, your partner played the nine, and your left-hand opponent was void? The only logical way that they have more trump is if they have the king of spades. They wouldn't play the ace without the king. I mean, assuming they're a smart player. For the odds of the right-hand opponent having the king, well, there really are only 11 places the king could be. The four remaining cards for your right-hand opponent, the four remaining cards in your partner's hands, and one of the bottom three cards in the kitty. So that leaves a chance of 36% chance that that card is sitting in your right hand opponent's hand. So you really are almost at 2/3 at this point. So another option would be the ace of hearts. Left-hand opponent is void in trump, so he can't stop the ace. If your partner has more trump, you won't be pulling them out. The odds are good the right-hand opponent has one of the five remaining hearts in their hand, even if they do have another trump card. If the right-hand opponent has a trump card and is avoiding hearts, though, you could get euchred with this play because they could take your ace of hearts out. And if they lead, I mean, if they lead something, you might say they lead a low diamond, you may have to feel compelled to put the king on it and even lose that to the ace or something like that. So you could still get euchred here if they have more trump. If you play ace of hearts without playing the jack first. The third one is the nine of diamonds. What this does, it does protect your ace because you're not sending it out there where it might get over trumped right away, as opposed to playing ace without playing the other jack. It doesn't draw out your partner's remaining trump. You can promote your king, making it a second winner in your hand. Like I said, it doesn't draw out two rounds. The drawback is it doesn't draw out two rounds of trump, making your boss cards weaker because if you only need one trump card rather than both. You could even argue maybe starting with the nine of diamonds. But I would say probably the best move in this situation would either be playing the jack as recommended, or maybe the nine in the hopes that you can come back with your other jack and trump a trick and have one of your two boss cards make it. The only play you really don't want to make would be leading the king because the ace could take it and the nine would then be useless anyway. So that's the worst possible lead of the four. But I could see the rationalization of leading one of the other three, and I don't think there's a huge difference between all of them on this one. And this is a quiz question I think half the people miss because it really is, I think, three good answers. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and have a great day.